Anywhere that there is a connection, a Wi-Fi setup, you can take a self-employment or a virtual business with you. This is Paul. I'm sitting here with Cassie, and I'm in the Philippines for the first time. Been here for about 6 days.
Oh,
and we originally met 10 years ago.
10 years. Yes.
And it's just crazy to be here with you in person.
Me too. I still can't believe it.
I know.
And 2 weeks ago, we did not even plan this.
Yes, this was an impromptu trip. I think I booked it on a Monday, and I was here, or I was in the plane by Thursday.
Yes.
Arrived on Saturday because I had like 4 different flights.
Right? We had like 48 hours.
Yes. It was like 48 hours of traveling. And now we're set up in this apartment. We've been working on some content for the new channel.
I'm so happy that we finally, this was our plan like 10 years ago.
Yeah.
And 10 years after, we are finally doing this.
Yes.
And I'm not even expecting that we are doing this in person.
Yes. And this lady is so good at social media. Totally has the strengths where I have the weaknesses. I think we complicate each other really well.
Yes.
Yeah.
And Paul, by the way, guys, is my boss. 10 years ago, he really helped me. So from the dumps, I was a single mother. I still am, and I was struggling, but he believed in me. He trusted me with everything. So I was able to build my life back again because of him.
Oh, that is
So handsome. You're a boss, but you're also a friend.
Yeah, I think with you as a business partner.
Yes.
Oh, from the beginning.
Right.
Here's a guy. I don't really like hierarchies and all of that stuff.
Correct.
But yeah, we work well together, and we built a lot of progress back then. We're coming up again, even stronger. With even more determination in our eyes to do good things, and it's exciting. Just the collaborations that we're scheduling, the places that we're going,
Exactly.
the ideas that we had, and I think social media has like evolved a lot in 10 years.
Still,
was there even a TikTok when we were first started?
It was not called TikTok. I forgot the name, but there was.
Yeah.
But it isn't really a thing back then.
Yeah.
Even Facebook is already a thing.
Yeah.
But yeah, I started working virtually even before social media was even a thing. So
Yeah.
I can't believe that people are earning money now
Yeah.
through these platforms, right?
Yeah. I'm just wondering if we could talk a little bit about the virtual assistant business and why you're still passionate about it to this day, right? I imagine there would probably be some challenges with working with international clients like me and the other ones that you had before. And you don't really do that in that capacity as much anymore, but you're still passionate about the space.
I am, because I'd found my niche, and it gives me the ability to work from home, and I can work basically anywhere. So that is called self-employed, even if I have an employer, right?
Yeah.
Because I can work in my own time.
Yeah.
And I am a VA for more than 10 years now. More than, because I was a VA even before I met you.
Right.
So I love that I get to spend time with my kids and then bring them to places that I want them to bring.
Yeah.
And then still work.
Yeah. It's that work-life balance.
Yeah.
And take it with you on the go. Working travel, working vacation.
It's not that easy, but if you're really passionate about it, then it's gonna work.
Yeah.
Yes.
Are there any things that help you when you're working on the go? So like, for example, if you go to a new city, is there a certain environment that you have to have? Obviously, Wi-Fi is a big thing.
Yes. I always suggest, does it have Wi-Fi? Does it have a data signal? Because I can't be in a place where internet is not working.
Yeah.
So, that's just one of the, basically just the internet, Paul.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, it's that simple. Internet and a device.
Yes, a device, a really good computer, and the ability to control yourself as well.
Yeah.
to be accountable of the tasks that were given to you by your boss, because your boss is miles away and they couldn't see if you are really working or not. So you need to be productive because the bed is just right there. So it can, it's like a magnet. Oh, you can rest now.
Yeah.
Or you can watch the movie that you want. So it's also, being a VA is also about having discipline.
Yes.
And be really loyal to your client, Pacey, who trusts you, who hasn't met you personally, but trusts you with everything.
Yeah.
And I guess that's one of the reasons why clients still contact me.
Yeah.
From
You're at high demand.
Thank you, Paul.
Yes.
Oh my gosh. I can we talk about
Yes. Whatever you want.
Because I would say you were an influencer before, because you had a big following on Instagram that was 100K. And remember, I had a friend who asked me, hey, why are you following Paul? Or why is he following me? He's not even following me. And he's a Filipino. And I said, well, he's my boss. And then he said, oh my gosh, I have followed this person since like forever.
Wow.
I really, really like him.
Yeah.
Did you remember that?
I do remember that now. It was a while ago.
Yes. I can still remember the person who asked me.
Yeah.
And I'm hoping he will watch this. So say hi. His name is Leo.
Hi, Leo. Nice to meet you.
So, I was so happy that you were able to. First of all, I love your work ethics. And I love how you're so considerate. Yes. I think that's the reason why you were so authentic. So I think that's the reason why you had a lot of followers before, but he disappeared on me. Actually, not just on me, but on everyone.
Yeah.
And I was so worried about you.
Oh, you don't ever have to worry about me.
Yeah, I was so worried.
And if you'll have me on DMs.
Yes, I always message you, how are you, Paul? How are you? Because I worried about you. So, can we talk? Are you comfortable?
Yeah, of course. Anything is on limit. No, so I basically stopped growing GA. I took.
Can we tell them what GA is?
Oh yeah, the Gay Ambitions. It was a podcast that interviewed. We interviewed over 100 people, so it was primarily on the topics of self-development and how they advanced in their career despite any obstacles they might have encountered due to their sexual orientation or gender identity. I was really passionate about the topic, but what happened was I went back to corporate America and I was in a 9-to-5 job in an office all the time, and it kind of sucked the energy out of my soul a little bit. And I didn't really quite have the energy to be creative anymore. So I didn't want to do it I didn't want to do it less than it should be done. And then when I started in self-employment, which was about 4 years ago, I've been doing self-employment now. I finally opened up some more space in my,
gratitude. Yes.
So I wanted to start again, but I wanted to start something new. So I wanted to do something that was related to building momentum in self-employment or starting a new project. And I wanted to open it to everybody. I didn't want to exclude anybody because of, sexual identity or gender identity.
Because that's not even a thing anymore. That's normal now.
We should be past it. We should
be past it. It's 2025. Come on.
Yeah. That was so 2013.
Oh, yeah. So you had 100K followers on Instagram and you deactivated that.
I did. I mean, I was not posting anything. I was in this place where I was just going to work. I was coming home. I was maybe binging on Netflix a little too much. Not tapping into my creativity. And I made a decision to do that. Would I have made the same decision today? Probably not, because it does take a lot to kind of start over on that stuff. So lesson learned, but I was kind of like, new start, new social media. So that's what we're doing now. You don't look backwards at the mistakes of the past or what coulda, shoulda, woulda been,
Right,
you know?
right,
And
right.
we just move forward.
We can always start from
where we're at. Yeah.
because we are good at it.
Yes, we are. Yes, we are.
Okay, so talking about social media, please follow him, guys. His Facebook page is paulroberts.co, and his Instagram is paulroberts@robertclose.com.
It's a dot in Instagram too.
Okay.
Yeah.
But so it's gonna be here. You don't have to worry about that. All his social media
It'll be right here.
Yes, and your YouTube as well. We need to talk about YouTube.
Paul Robert Co., the YouTube channel. Yeah, so I figured that it would make sense to pick a primary platform.
Yes.
And I like the idea of YouTube. You can do a little bit longer of videos than some of the other ones.
Right.
And I think there's a lot of credibility in YouTube.
You know what? When you discussed to me what the vision and mission of your YouTube channel, I became so excited because after pandemic, people are more open into working from home.
Yeah.
Right? But the thing is, they just don't know where to start.
Right.
Like, how do I do this? And they just read something from Google, and there's a lot of clout on TikTok. Oh, you can do this, but it's not that easy.
Yeah.
So
You have to have a starting point.
right.
Yeah.
So can you tell us about either the vision and mission that you have for this YouTube channel?
So the focus is going to be self-employment and starting new. In the United States, I have done self-employment in the capacity of life insurance, investments, annuities. That's been kind of my focus. But I think anywhere that there's an opportunity to work as self-employed or starting a new project that you could do from home,
Right.
I think we should be a resource for those opportunities as we encounter them, right? Because I have people asking me about virtual assistants in the United States, and there's people here that are interested in that. And so anywhere that we can provide value, I think, and provide how-to tips, right? So not only self-employment, but what happens when you want to take your business from self-employment to incorporating into the Philippines? Like how do you do that, right?
Yes, absolutely.
Or how do you manage taxes or obtain a mortgage? So there's just a lot of specialized things that I think we can talk about as it relates to self-employment, and we can explore it in the Philippines, in the US, all across the world.
Yes. And basically helping people.
Yes.
I'm so happy about that.
Absolutely.
Okay, you mentioned about mortgage earlier.
Yeah.
So there will also be an episode. I think there's an episode. It's already released.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so the people that are watching this should watch that episode because Alyssa has a lot of good points.
Yes. She talks about specifically finding a mortgage as a self-employed person in the United States, but she also gives a lot of tips that are, relatable to anyone, wherever they're buying. So some of it's like technical United States stuff, but there's also tips that you can take with you wherever you get a mortgage. And we probably are going to dig into that topic specifically here as well.
And it's a good thing that you're here because I will have like a personal experience of having my boss like physically here, and also being a VA, we can always I'm thinking about, because we planned about virtual ambitions before.
Yeah. And we got a couple of clients too.
Yes.
And it was successful. Yeah.
We even had to have a website.
Yeah.
Yeah. And so we need to, I'm also, you said I was passionate about being virtual assistant. I am passionate. So that's also one of the plans that to help people who doesn't know how to be a virtual assistant, because Paul knows a lot of people in the US. He has a lot of business partners partners, and we might need a VA as well. So we are going to start with that.
Yeah.
Right. So we are going to have a webinar.
Yeah.
And then I am just not sure when, but we will post it on our Facebook page.
Yeah. And you can also send us a message too. That would be really helpful
Okay.
to us. If you have some interest in this, we could actually plan the timing with what works for those who might be interested.
Right.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah. We'll take it from there.
Yes.
Yeah.
And I'm also excited about all the people that we are collaborating with.
Oh my gosh.
We are going to interview people who are actually doing self-employment for years now. They can be like regular people, owners of resort, and influencers, and basically everything that you will need to know about being self-employed and the possibility of you working from home.
Absolutely. So I wanted to introduce one topic and talk a little bit about your travel agency,
Oh, right.
Cascade,
Yes.
which is really, really exciting.
Yeah.
I always see you in a new place online, which is
Yes.
just really, really fun. Wondering if you could tell me just a little bit about that, and maybe what are some of your favorite travel spots that are like local to this area?
Okay, so I first became really addicted to traveling in 2016 because I have lupus and I almost died in August of 2016. So ever since I was in high school, I read about Batanes. That's an island here in Philippines. And have always dreamed of going there. So I couldn't move half of my body when I was in the hospital. So I was in a lot of physical therapy. But when I got well, I booked a flight to Batanes.
Yeah.
And I booked it solo. And I don't know why I booked solo because I just came out from the hospital.
Yeah.
But I really fell in love with the place.
It's a fresh start for you, a new leap.
Yes, because my doctor told me that I could just have 6 years to live. So if I had 6 years to live, I would spend my time traveling, right? So when I went there, the place was heavenly, Paul. Like, it was so beautiful. And I met someone there and helped that someone to have a travel agency because he was a tour guide. So that's when I became really passionate about traveling. So in 2018, it was a partnership, but in 2018, I decided to do it because we were just offering Batanes tours.
Right.
And I wanted to grow the company, but with me, just me alone,
Yeah.
being the owner of it. So I just created Cascafe's Travel and Tours. So in 2019, I spent a lot on this business, but pandemic came and it really ruined my finances.
Yeah.
You wouldn't imagine the hell I went through. But now, finally, after 3 years, it's picking up.
Yeah.
And 3 years, it's here. And I have clients going to Vietnam, Hong Kong, and the visa approvals, US, Japan,
Yeah.
Korea. So it's still, the company's still not stable, to be honest with you. But I'm really looking forward to the future of it because the pandemic is not there anymore, hopefully.
Yeah.
Please don't.
And you take care of your clients. First of all, I'm so glad that you survived and came out of that experience on the other side
Oh, yeah.
with 2016, and you turned it into something that was beautiful with a travel experience and then being inspired to help other people through that experience. I just think that's so.
And didn't even feel it that way.
Oh, well, I do.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, no, that's a beautiful story. For sure.
That's
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah, so I don't know. I think those are the topics.
That's our Facebook page. We have the cheapest package, but quality service because I was also in Hong Kong just last week to check our Hong Kong operator, and they were just awesome. So I am and in June I will be in Japan as well to check for operator.
Nice.
So if you can come with me, that would be great.
Cool. That sounds like wait, which got Japan?
Japan,
Okay.
yes. I don't think you need a visa to go there though.
I'll not.
No, you don't know. You have the most powerful passport in the world.
Yeah.
So yeah, just like our Facebook page and check whatever we have, but also about the virtual assistant. Okay, so send us a message. So like the Facebook page, like the Instagram of Paul. It's here. And then you can also maybe add him, follow him on his Facebook account, and subscribe to his YouTube channel because you will be learning a lot and you will be getting really, really good content, guys. I tell you, I cannot even stop myself from being so excited because of all the content that he is going to upload.
Yes, the collaborations, the content, I think the messages that come from the guests that we collaborate with.
That's the guests. Oh my God.
It's always about the guests. Yes, absolutely. Thank you guys for tuning into this video.
Yeah.
You can catch us again next week with a brand new episode. And take care.
Yes.